Are Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle really fighting? Over the weekend, it was revealed that parents-to-be Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will be moving out of their Kensington Palace digs and into a cottage on the property of Windsor Castle, about 20 miles outside of London. The news came amid weeks of shady tabloid stories about the millennial members of the British royal family, namely, Meghan is said to work too hard, the horror, and there have been murmurs about a possible rift between Prince Harry and Prince William. Meanwhile, Prince Charles has received a seemingly unprecedented amount of positive stories in the build-up around his recent 70th birthday. And now, rumors are circulating that there might be tension between Meghan and her matching sister-in-law, Kate Middleton. So, is any of it true? Let's break it all down. First, let's take a look at the Prince William and Prince Harry rumors. Prince Charles, the future king, turned 70 earlier this month. In the weeks leading up to his birthday, the heir to the throne received a ton of positive press, while his two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, received a ton of shade from the British tabloids. There were stories, from excerpts of a new Prince Charles biography by royal reporter Robert Jobson, that Prince William is a little grand, whatever that means, and that Prince Harry had a pre-royal wedding temper tantrum. As Lainey Gossip pointed out, the stories were peculiar, given Jobson's access to Prince Charles. Were the stories coming from inside the palace? Amid all of that, it was revealed that Prince William and Prince Harry would be splitting their royal courts. That means these two adult men who currently have completely different roles, as one will be king and the other will not, and yet share one office, would be splitting their office into two, which would allow them to focus on their different interests and different royal duties. Some tabloids, of course, are claiming the split is actually a symptom of a rift between the two. However, a source told The Times the brothers have lent on each other and looked after each other since their mother died. But now they have their own families, they no longer rely on each other as before. Royal historian Robert Lacey also told the Daily Beast it makes sense because although they will act as a team in future, the functions of the team members will change. So, the general consensus between those in the know seems to be the split is just a practical thing. Yet, The Sun broke the news of Prince Harry and Meghan's impending move, and the story stated that there has been some tension between the two brothers, though it provided no further details about what might be making things tense. Whether there's any truth to the rumors of, to quote Lainey Gossip, boy shit has yet to be seen. Okay, but more importantly, is it true that Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton are fighting? Given that there are rumors of a possible rift between Princes William and Harry, and that Meghan Markle has been on the receiving end of a ton of shady stories about her good work ethic and passionate opinions, it should come as no surprise that there are also rumors about infighting between Meghan and Kate. In a Sunday report about Sussex's upcoming move, the Daily Mail quotes of sources saying, Kate and Meghan are very different people. They don't really get on. To dissect this, let's take a step back. After Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry was revealed, it was widely reported that Kate was one of Meghan's closet allies as the former actress transitioned into royal life and royal fashion. The pair have often been spotted smiling at each other at official events and also attended Wimbledon together, where they smiled some more. Rumors of a rivalry between the two have been repeatedly shot down. Does that mean Kate and Meghan are absolute best friends? No. Does that mean they don't occasionally disagree and get annoyed at each other? Also no. Overall, it seems Kate and Meghan are friendly, but as a person who has relatives, I would not be surprised if they occasionally piss each other off. That's the thing about family. You're different people, and you're essentially stuck together for life, well, sometimes, so you don't always like each other. Just like any in-laws, I'm sure that Meghan and Kate occasionally have tiffs or want to avoid each other. But there's no indication of any all-out war between the two, and I'd be careful of tabloid stories that suggest otherwise, since both Meghan and Kate have their inner circles locked down tight. The fractured royal relationship, how Meghan Markle made Kate Middleton cry. In the drama-filled run-up to Meghan's wedding, Kate was left in tears after an argument over bridesmaid Princess Charlotte's dress, a new report claims. Even the most modest wedding has a way of making its principal actors uncharacteristically uncompromising. So one can only imagine the pressures Meghan Markle, Prince Harry and the wider royal family found themselves under as Harry and Meghan's wedding plans descended into chaos, unraveling as her father's will he or won't he dramatics upended months of meticulous planning. Now, a new report in the Daily Telegraph claims that the apparent fracturing of the relationship between Kate Middleton and Meghan can be dated back to an argument over bridesmaid dresses during the run-up to Meghan and Harry's wedding, when Meghan made an emotional Kate, who had just given birth to Prince Louis days before, cry. Tension between the two princesses has been widely said to be a factor in the announcement this weekend that Harry and Meghan are moving out of the London compound, Kensington Palace, where William and Kate also live. The Telegraph's Camilla Tominey, a hugely respected reporter who broke the news that Harry was dating Meghan in the first place, writes in the Daily Telegraph that freuder between Meghan and Kate goes back to the days before Harry and Meghan's wedding in May. Tominey says that the Telegraph has spoken to two separate sources who claim Kate was left in tears following a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Princess Charlotte. Princess Charlotte, Kate, and William's daughter, had only just turned 3 at the time of the nuptials in Windsor. Along with her then 4-year-old brother George, she was one of the stars of the royal wedding. To casual viewers it was all smiles on the big day, but it seems that behind the scenes there were violent pre-wedding disagreements. An insider tells Tominey Kate had only just given birth to Prince Louis and was feeling quite emotional. The Telegraph says the incident happened around the time Meghan was reported to have also upset the Queen by asking to wear an emerald tiara instead of the one offered by the 92-year-old monarch. Royal sources have been furiously seeking to dampen down stories of a rift at the heart of the Fab Four, as the young royals are known, trying to make the case that Meghan and Harry are moving to Frogmore Cottage, near Windsor, out of privacy and space concerns. Meghan Markle and Harry to move away from Kate and Will's unlikely ever to be best friends. They are the royal family's Fab Four, but the Dukes and Duchesses of Cambridge and Sussex plan to lead increasingly separate lives after Harry and Meghan's decision to move to Windsor. Sources say the two couples, who seemed so close when Harry and Meghan got engaged a year ago, are ready to take separate paths, although they will both retain offices at Kensington Palace. The Sussexes moved to Frogmore Cottage, which is due to be completed at an undisclosed cost to the taxpayer before Meghan gives birth to their first child in the spring, comes amid claims of a growing coldness between Kate and her sister-in-law. Kensington Palace officials have remained tight-lipped about that, and a spate of stories about Meghan proving difficult and demanding, but others have said the two sisters-in-law spend little time together off-duty. There has been no major fallout, according to those who know the couples, but just a realization that the two women are unlikely ever to be best friends. A year ago, in their engagement interview, Harry and Meghan gushed about how welcoming William and Kate had been. Back then, Harry said, and then William was longing to meet her, and so was Catherine, so you know, being our neighbors we managed to get that in a couple of quite a few times now, and Catherine has been absolutely wonderful, Meghan interjected. Amazing, as has William as well, Harry said. Friends have acknowledged that at 37 and 34, Meghan and Harry want to spread their wings. It's not unusual to want to put a bit of distance between yourselves, a source said. Palace officials have insisted Harry and Meghan's main reason for moving to the cottage on the 33-acre Frogmore estate in Windsor Castle's home park was their need for more space for when their baby arrives. They have lived together at two-bedroom Nottingham Cottage in the palace grounds since their engagement in November last year and found there were no options available for them at Kensington Palace, a royal compound once dubbed the ant heap by Edward VII, or elsewhere on the royal estate in London. There had been talk of them moving into 20-bedroom apartment 1, next door to William and Kate at Kensington Palace. The apartment's longtime occupants, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, plan to move out next year and into the smaller old stables now their children have grown up. But the timing proved unhelpful for Harry and Meghan. Apartment 1 needs a major refurbishment and wouldn't be ready in time, a source said. The palace has refused to say for now how much the taxpayer will have to fork out to make Frogmore Cottage fit for the Sussexes. That will appear in the Sovereign Grant report next summer in the usual way, a spokeswoman said. But when William and Kate announced they planned to move into their apartment, officials did provide an estimate of £4 million for the cost, a figure that grew to £4. $5 million before they moved in 2014. Like them, Harry and Meghan will pay for the interior decorating and soft furnishings, but the taxpayer will cover the cost of the renovation. Palace officials, who were quick to point out that William and Kate would remain in their apartment until he becomes king, have made no similar commitment for Harry and Meghan's cottage, saying only that it will be their official residence for the foreseeable future. Previously, a senior royal source has said Clarence House has been earmarked as a potential future home for Harry when his father becomes king. Royal sources have denied reports that Frogmore Cottage, which stands close to the much larger Frogmore House, where Harry and Meghan has their evening wedding reception, has 10 bedrooms. It's a fraction of that, said one source. But the couple's office refused to say how many bedrooms it will have once the refurbishment is finished. Royal sources have also firmly denied that Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, plans to move to Britain and install herself at Frogmore Cottage. She will be a regular visitor, but it is thought she plans to retain her home in Los Angeles.